Hi, how you doing? I'm Sadia. So I'm going to talk for a few seconds about sexual molestation and abuse. Those two topics are very, very sensitive. Can be very, very sensitive for anyone, whether you've been through it or you've known someone who's gone through it and experienced it. They're very, very sensitive topics. Statistics show, that sexual abuse and molestation normally happens with someone who's very close to the victim. For instance, it could be a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a sister, a brother, a godparent, a member of a church, a member of a camp. It's normally someone who that the victim trusted and confided in and has an awesome relationship with. And oftentimes, whether the person is older or younger, the victim is reluctant to say anything. One is mostly out of fear and out of misunderstanding, to try to figure out why the situation happened. How could someone who I trusted, or how could someone who I loved, how could someone who I looked at as an hero or an example do such a thing? Another reason they don't talk about it is because of fear. And it sounds crazy, but the victim at times are fearful to get the perpetrator in trouble because if it's a younger person, a child or an adolescent, they're trying to figure out, well, if I tell, who would believe me, if someone would believe me. So at times it's hard for the victim to come forward because they're scared, they're fearful. They don't want to break that trust with the perpetrator, and it sounds crazy, but it's actual quotes and actual things that victims have said. I didn't want to hurt the person that hurt me, or I didn't want him to get in trouble because he was my uncle, or she was my aunt, or she was my cousin, he was my brother. So they hold on to the hurt, and they hold on to the frustration, and they hold on, and they grow from. If it happens when they're children or they're adolescents, they grow into adults, and they begin to reenact what was done to them, because they hold on to this, and a lot of times they don't get the help that they need because a lot of times people take it to their graves. They don't want to tell anybody. They're embarrassed, or they're fearful. They don't know what to say, how to say it. They don't know if someone's going to believe them. But regardless to the situations, if people don't speak up, if you don't speak up, young people, old people, whomever you are, men, woman, child, adult, if someone is hurting you, excuse my voice, if someone is hurting you and you don't speak up, you won't get the help that you need. You won't get the help that can help you grow into, you know, and continue to live life. You'll stay stuck in that place of torment, that place of mental abuse and physical abuse. So if there is somebody that you know that's being molested, or someone that you know that's being abused, tell them to speak up. It's only right. You won't get help until you open up your mouth to say what is hurting you or whom is hurting you. You can get help. You can continue to go through life. You will still prosper. You'll get therapy that you need. There are hotlines that you can contact, for if you've been molested, if you've been abused, if you find somebody that, is I know it'll be hard to trust somebody in that situation, but find somebody you trust. Find a place that you can go to, whether it be a church, whether it be a police department or a teacher, and tell someone. Tell someone in order for you to get the help that you need. Don't be afraid. Um, it's not your fault. Oftentimes, victims thinks it's their fault because all their skirts are too short, or someone to tell them, "Oh, you initiated it, or you wanted this, or you were too revealing." It's never your fault. It's never the victim's fault. No one deserves for their body to be violated, their personal space to be violated. So if there is someone who has been molested, who has been physically abused, who has been sexually abused, please tell someone. In order for you to get the help and start the healing process that you need, you have to tell someone. Open up your mouth and get the help that you need. Like I said, if there is someone you trust, Go to that person, go to those people, but do not remain silent. Silence is not going to help you. Open up your mouth. Someone will hear you. We're here, there's people that are here, that are people that are trained to counsel you, to hear you, to make reports. There are ways to go. You can always call the police. There is a 1-800 sexual abuse hotline that you can call. Get the help that you need, and the only way that you can get that is by opening up your mouth. And remember, it is not your fault.